Okay, I have returned. For better, for worse. Alrighty then. So we are now streaming on YouTube. I'm gonna give it just like a minute or two to make sure that we're actually there. Uh, uh oh, oops. I already had it up. We are indeed live. Hello and welcome everybody to this week's Mic Check. This Monday evening, we're going to be talking about breakfast. So in order to make that very, very clear, we're going to go ahead and start with Cheyenne. Cheyenne, whenever you're ready, go for it.
Right. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory, sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Who's going after you?
Oh yeah, I picked someone. Brett.
All right. Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life. For breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory, sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast. Mateo.
Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this? Nope. Or this, or this. Wow. It's time to change your life. For breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up breakfast. I wasn't here, so I will just throw a wild guess. Justin.
Good guess. Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast. Sam.
All right. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast. Michael.
Not like you had much of a choice, Sam.
I could have chosen the mic check.
You could have, but the Mic Check doesn't participate in its own event.
I'm a mod.
You should know that. Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this? Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life. For breakfast, it's time to change your life. For breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast. Okay, now that that awkwardness is over, let's go ahead and talk about the script. So, how is this used? Voiceover or voice under? Let me know if you need a refresher on those at all.
Under.
I'm not asking for I'm not asking to see if you're right or not, Sam. Just there you go. That's more like it. In the chat, Sam's like, under? Under.
Under from
Exclamation
down
point.
under. Now in Vegas at McDonald's.
Okay, so
It's
anybody
ob-
disagree with the under?
It's obviously both, but I mean,
Of
Oh
course.
God,
Mateo.
don't start that.
It is. You are correct.
The tangents.
Mateo, you're a
Dang
great
it,
enforcer,
I-
but you're
I-
terrible at
aren't you-
this. You're terrible at this.
Aren't you happy to have me back, Mike?
Okay. Yeah, I'd say under is probably the right way to go for this. What gives you that impression that this should be voice under?
The like this stuff, or this, like it looks like those are broken up on purpose for visuals.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, this definitely cues to visuals going on screen. And if you try to take center stage on this, you're crowding out what's really going on. So what exactly is happening on screen? So it kind of breaks into this whole like this, nope, or this, wow. These are all individual sections. What's happening in between those? Why do we get to that point?
That's a great question because I have no idea what the heck is going on.
It would
They're
be like
showing different
sections.
products.
Mhm. Like other breakfast that's not as good.
So it's showing competitor or other ways to eat.
Oh,
not-
I thought they were showing their products.
Yeah.
I think so too. Like at first I did think what Cheyenne said, like that they were showing other breakfasts, but I think they're showing theirs. Like you can't, like there's no turning back to breakfast, like because like what you're eating at McDonald's looks so tasty.
Mhm. Yeah,
no turning back to-
script,
oh, sorry.
the
ahead.
script is written like a WhatsApp conversation. So,
And,
which
and it'd
is
be weird.
which
to
is
show, like,
good
gross
because
breakfast.
it emphasizes, but yeah,
Okay.
or this, yeah.
Yeah, I thought of it like when I was reading it. There's no turning back to breakfast like this. You know, like it's supposed to be
Yeah.
the things that they're pointing to from their own menu.
Then what
Like
is
wake up, breakfast. Like, come on.
Then what shows after nope? That's like a
Yeah, because if that's the case, then nope doesn't make any sense.
Sure.
That's fair enough.
No, it's more like an enforcement.
Is that where they would show like I don't know a cheese stick or just something awful instead?
No. I think it's an enforcement. It is like breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. It's just an addition to like it's supposed to be read right after like this is almost like it's ramping up to the nope is how I see it.
So
you
I'm
sure?
wondering if it actually like matters what their visual is going to be, just what we're going to put behind it. So, you know, do we want to make the choice of picturing like a really gross looking, like just a white plate with just things thrown on it? Will that get the emotion to be like, or this? You know, because I guess it doesn't really matter if it's showing McDonald's breakfast. It's just showing breakfast that you don't want to eat. and
Oh yeah, that's what the line here says. It's time to change your life. It's supposed to be like, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. No.
So
this.
let's read the beginning carefully. All right, hold up, stop. What? You
Like a
sure you
deterrent.
want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like
Yeah.
this.
No.
Taking the
this.
bite of the McDonald's food is going to revolutionize your breakfast experience.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
McDonald's breakfast is going to ruin you for all other breakfasts. So yes, it is the
Yeah.
white plate with slop thrown on it effect. Thank you, Cheyenne.
Okay.
Just like that, you are actively pointing out the things people don't or wouldn't want to eat after eating McDonald's breakfast.
Oh. So
Yeah.
all those things are bad things.
Yes, it is referring to
Okay.
all of the
Ah.
bad things that you wouldn't want to have, because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Because if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be referring to the good McDonald's food, nope, shouldn't be up there. That doesn't make any sense, and there isn't a way to make it make sense.
I disagree.
Well, Mateo, that's fine, but you're wrong.
Sure. Also, Mike,
He's
it's
entitled
fine
to
that
his
you
wrong
that you
opinion.
disagree. You're also wrong.
No, I mean, you're free to share your incorrect opinion whenever you'd like, Mateo. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
My word
okay,
is
okay,
law.
then I will change it. Then it is a lot more difficult to make it work right. It's a lot more difficult to make it sound proper if nope is being used for things that are meant to be positive.
I can kind of see what he's getting at, because it's like you say, you sure you want this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Why would you say it like that? Why would you say there's no turning back to breakfast like this if you're trying to get them
There's
to
no
avoid?
turning back. Taking the bite of the McDonald's food is the turning point. That is the
Right.
cutoff point.
I think if that word like was after, it would be the opposite. It would be what me and Mateo thought. Like if that one word, but because it's like instead of after, like I just thought it was weird that this McDonald's commercial is showing other food other than its own food. That's why I thought it would be the McDonald's food initially.
Yeah, but it's
Like, well,
it's doing that to make the point that
Yeah,
all this other
yeah.
stuff is not good.
Yeah, understandable for sure. What's the wow going to?
Like, wow, you used to eat that? Like, are you
Okay.
serious? It's kind of like that almost pedantic, wow,
Okay.
really?
Nope is the turning point for this. I swear. It's that what?
No,
that's what
no
makes it
turning
sound
back.
so-
There's no going back. So if you change turning to going, then it makes more sense.
Oh
and
yeah,
That's the
word, yeah.
context. So instead of saying so we'll change it, because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this is what it says. But if we change turning back to going back, which I believe is the proper context here, it sounds like this. Because once you take that bite, there's no going back to breakfast like this. That's what you're referring to. So yes, McDonald's is showing food that's going to actively look bad. It's going to look terrible because you're illustrating that the McDonald's breakfast is the thing, is what you want. That's what you're going to go and buy from here on out. And that's going to totally revolutionize your breakfast experience.
Why does it sound like a warning / a threat if what the guy you're talking to is going to do something good? Because this guy is about to eat McDonald's, no?
Yeah, so again, the idea is that McDonald's food is so good you
Yeah.
won't be able to have anything else.
Exactly.
It'll
But
ruin
why
you
does
for
it
all
sound
other
like a
food.
warning?
It's
That's
to
the-
drive the point home. It's to drive the point home that you will, after having this, you'll never be able to have anything else again. It just will never be just as
You
good.
gotta
It'll never be as
analyze
good.
this script.
Yeah,
deeply.
because you.
It could just be bad writing. It could just be
It
bad
could-
writing.
That's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, it's written
think it
like
just
ass,
means
but
you after you have McDonald's breakfast, you'll feel so spoiled. You'll be like a instant foodie, and you'll never look at any other breakfast food the same.
It's just the. I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's kind of like there's this pastry that I really like, and they only do it right at this this bakery in Macau, Hong Kong, and it's a Portuguese egg tart, and they make it really well there. And back here in the States, it's all like pale imitation. So I refuse to eat I refuse to eat that kind of pastry here unless I go back to Hong Kong to get it. I think
Yeah, no, I get that. I get
it's
that.
kind of-
like I can see what the script is saying. It's just that it's
Wait,
saying it
I
better.
might have figured it out. If we look at the first lines in the context that you're about to take a bite of McDonald's food, it fits better. Hold up, stop. What?
Yeah.
You sure you want to do this? Because once you
Well,
take
yeah,
that
that's
bite,
already
there's
what I
no
was
turning back to
envisioning.
this garbage, right? That's what I
Whoa.
wasn't getting. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, I got that. It just still doesn't flow to me, but I'm done discussing this. That's good. Go ahead.
So the thing is it's like I think what it is kind of like, are you sure you want to do this? You know, hold up, stop. So the person like is on camera just about to take the bite, and they're like, you know, what? Maybe they're like, you know, they got that confused look on their face. And you're like, what? You know, like you're kind of checking in with the person on screen. You're the disembodied voice who's interacting with the person about to take the bite of the food. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. You know, and that's where you kind of paint everything in the negative light.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
missed. That's what I missed. I was imagining, I wasn't giving the words context. So that's
Now,
why to me it didn't work.
If we want to talk about really funky and weird writing, then yes, that last paragraph is incredibly weird. It's time to change your life, comma, for breakfast with freshly
Yeah, it's
prepared
so
buttery
weird.
what?
Freshly.
Yeah, yes,
Even the punctuation. Is
No,
weird.
it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
time
It's
to
so weird.
change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy
For
chicken biscuits.
breakfast with
And that's one sentence, mind you. That last paragraph is just two sentences.
Also
Yeah.
quite the line from McDonald's, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. So
I am now McSad.
you're
Makes sense. Oh,
well, you were
Mateo
McAngry
McSad.
earlier, so we're kind of progressing through the the natural progression of things.
You are
But,
McCapping.
So then let's talk about that, because I think we've got a decent idea of what we should do with that first half now. We belabored the point plenty to piss Mateo off, so we're right where we need to be. So now let's go ahead and talk about this last little section here. How do we approach that? It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared, like what's being said? What's the attempt here?
I think optimism, like you want to start leading into optimism with your breakfast, like with the thought of breakfast and stuff by going to McDonald's. I think you want to start like bringing, like, cause like in the nope or this, you're kind of going down, like, you don't want this, like, nah. But it's time to change your life.
Yeah, no, yeah.
for
Now
breakfast,
it's the
like,
time for
so-
sunshines and rainbows.
That's where the turning point is
yeah.
for this piece, for sure.
Seems like you want to almost shock the listener because they're like going down this wrong path, and you need to reel them back to reality and have food that will turn you into a McDonald's snob.
Okay.
So to me, this looks like it's like a setup, body, resolve. The setup is they're about to take a bite of the breakfast. The body is basically they're going to describe with the visuals, and we just need to add behind or this or this. And then the resolve is it's time to change your life. Here's what you can get. And so it's a lot of like descriptive terms so like savory or sweet. And then like McGriddles at McDonald's. So it's kind of goes setup, body, resolve is what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
And I definitely don't disagree with that, but what I'm talking about specifically here is this first sentence in this bottom half over here is written very strangely. It's
Oh,
time
yeah.
to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared butter. Like, what is actually being, because that's really that's the writing is very weird. it's really strange, and I think I have an idea of what it's supposed to be, but I want to pick your guys' brains to see if you see anything else.
With the comma after change your life. the way it divides with for breakfast. To me, it speaks like it means like start like it's time to change your life. Start with changing your life from changing to this breakfast, basically. For breakfast, it's time to change your life. For breakfast, we freshly prepared buttery blah 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 blah.
Okay. I still don't think I'm hearing what it is you're trying to put forward.
Mm.
So I guess personally for me, I just kind of in my mind put an A between for and breakfast. For breakfast, like because you can say it like that. So I was picturing like it's time to change your life. For breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy. So kind of like it's time to change your life, like that's serious. And then it kind of goes off into these like dreamy words of descriptive dreamy words about the McGriddle and the chicken. And then the end is where to find it.
So here's what I'm seeing, because the thing that was really throwing me off is it's time to change your life for breakfast. It goes immediately into for breakfast. And I think if you put like a period after that is where like that comedy's supposed to come in. It's time to change your life for breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, like it's time to change your breakfast life. So I think you could put like a phantom comma or a dash or something like that there. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken. You see what I mean? Like
a
we want to revolutionize, you know, the way you live your life, but for breakfast. So you're kind of narrowing it down to just that one little section. It's time to change your life for breakfast. So I think that could use a little bit of space on its own. This is just, again, everybody's going to approach it differently, but that's kind of what's going on in my head. If this is supposed to be a little bit comical, as many of the McDonald's ads are written to be nowadays, then that needs to have a particular point, a setup and a spike. It's time to change your life for breakfast. You know, the little bit of the absurdity due to specificity, if that makes sense, and then you can give yourself a little bit of a break after breakfast and then transition into the rest of what you're trying to say. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits. See what I mean? Like that's at least what I saw from that. And that's but yes, Cheyenne, I do agree that this is a problem. How did you put it again?
Shoot, set up body solution.
Yeah, that's
basically.
it. Yeah, no, this is definitely a setup solution kind of deal, because again, the problem is the person is going to potentially ruin their future for any other breakfast out there, period. And the solution is to just do it.
And breakfast is repeated too. So I think putting the emphasis on the first time and the second time would benefit.
Putting emphasis on breakfast?
Yeah, because it's repeated in the script twice.
Generally, if
Sometimes
something
that's
is repeated in a script, you don't want to emphasize it. The emphasis is the repetition.
Mm.
The only and the reason why I would probably shy away from that specifically here is that in the first sentence in the second sentence where that first comes up, third, apparently what is its own sentence, excuse me, because once you take that bite, if you put emphasis on breakfast, you get this, because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this, when that's not really the point. What you're setting up is there's no turning back.
Okay.
So, because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this, or, you know, then it kind of leads naturally into the rest of what you're doing.
Yeah, it's already using the rule of three for repetition to enforce the key word of the script. So no need to emphasize.
Yeah, if it is on there multiple times and you do want to emphasize, the word, I would suggest emphasizing like one part of it or like only one instance of it, because it would start really dulling your listeners' attention if you keep hitting that over and over again. That's kind of the one of the main features of the announcery read is hitting specific words again and again and again to drive that into the skull, and I think that really turns people off for the most part. But anyway, I've ranted on. Does anybody have any?
I want to comment on the directions for the script,
Okay.
which is serious yet comical, conversational. I just want to say, like, serious probably is not the right term. And what I think the directions we're going for is not goofy, because they wanted comical, but not so much comical, like so caricatural, that it becomes, parody, basically.
Yeah.
It
Don't
doesn't
play to
become-
the
it's-
joke.
Yeah, it doesn't become, it's not realistic, it's not conversational anymore.
Right. Right.
So yeah. no,
I had
yeah.
I just had one last question about like the bottom sentence. Is it possible to read it kind of like it's time to change your life for breakfast? Like put the comma after it's time. Like it's time and then to change your life for breakfast rather than making the like I'm not asking.
I mean,
I'm just asking.
you could do that, but why?
I think kind of to just give like the it's time sort of its own space. Like it's time to change your life for breakfast instead of going, it's time to, or how did you have it? It's time to change, or it's time to change your life for breakfast. I don't know. To me, it just sounds a little too like cut up, but that could just be me.
I can see that.
It's like, it's time to change your life for breakfast.
I still prefer Mike's version, but I can see what Sam is saying.
Okay. The only my one issue with that is what is that attempting to do? Why would you want to emphasize its time?
Like it's supposed to be that you're going to be changing your life, right? Like it's time you made a change.
It's like the call.
Well,
to action.
then why not emphasize change your life?
True.
Because it's time now.
Well, you've already just about to take a bite of that McDonald's breakfast. It's time to change your life for breakfast. I don't know. I'm just arguing the point here. I mean, I'm open to whatever interpretation. You do you, boo. But this is just, I just want to. The reason why I want to challenge that and ask is just to get your brain moving. That's really it. But
No, it's just to me, I'm picky with the way things read. So I was like, to me, it sounded right, but I can understand why it's not.
I mean, give it a try. Whatever, it might work. It might be the thing that lands you the role. Who knows? I don't know the mind of casting directors, and let me tell you, I probably don't want to know the mind of casting directors most of the time. So, yeah. Does anybody have any other questions or comments or anything like that about any part of the script?
Curious about the wake up breakfast part. Like how
Mhm. I was about to say.
Tagline.
telling breakfast to wake up.
It's a tagline.
It is
Or,
tagged,
like,
but
how's
how
it-
do you read it?
I would probably do it like as an ABC read, like wake up breakfast, and like say it a different way each time. But that's like the tagline. So
Yeah.
we might read that or we might not, depending on their commercial.
I thought giving it kind of like not like a smug take would kind of work as like wake up breakfast, like what are you
Yeah,
doing?
like that was like another type of read. Like that's what she's saying
like
in
this mug.
ABC. and
Right.
stuff. But yeah, I was just curious if there was any particular way people like if you wanted an intention on it.
I like this mug because basically what the script is already doing is basically opening your eye to the shit you were eating before. So right now is already it's telling you again, wake up breakfast. Like, come on.
Yeah. But because it's a tagline used in multiple like McDonald's commercials that maybe aren't as smug as this, like
Could be.
do you want to
Mhm.
say it like is there a standard for that wake up breakfast line, or do you want to make it to the script, like the ideals of the script?
I always just try to keep it positive.
Yeah.
Hang on, sorry.
So is your note about putting the phantom comma for breakfast, would this not work if you just combine, if you respected the original punctuation, just read that through without the break?
Well, if you do, then the remainder of the sentence kind of becomes this weird attachment to what you were saying before. And it's time to change your life feels a lot more out of place. So, for example, it's the difference between it's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits, yada, 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 versus it's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken. You see, it kind of goes too fast and you lose the point of it. Now, I'm sure that there's people who can make it work. I can't. I know I can't. So I know how I'm going to read it. But I think that if you just honor specifically what's said here, you lose the point of what you're really trying to say. It's going to need a little bit of a flair, a little bit of a tweak or a comma or a wink, wink, nudge, nudge sort of deal in order to help people understand that for breakfast is actually attached to the previous idea. Also, when it comes to that very last line, the wake up breakfast, my interpretation of it is that's kind of like your admonishment to get the person to eat. Wake up breakfast. Like breakfast is boring and drab and dull if you go anywhere else but McDonald's. So wake up breakfast.
Right.
Just want to comment on how ludicrous is chicken for breakfast, but whatever.
Never had chicken and waffles, man?
He's Italian. I wouldn't be surprised.
And Max, I breakfasted like a German, and I eat like some ham and cheese, and not chicken.
So you'll have ham for breakfast, but not chicken for breakfast.
Fuck chicken.
Ham's pretty common. You can get a slice
Okay,
of ham at
let's
Denny's with
go.
your Grand Slam.
let's move on, shall we? Shall we get the
No, now I'm
conversation back
hungry.
onto voiceover?
I only eat red
Breakfast for
meats.
dinner.
Oh, well, then you should have come over yesterday. We had steak. So
I
does
wish
anybody
I
have
did.
does anybody have any other questions, comments, ideas, anything like that for this particular script? Anything?
Well, I can't help be curious as to why you don't want to think like a casting director, and that just sounds like a too juicy of a thing to ignore.
Casting directors, well, the only thing is their thought process is very confusing because it's impossible to penetrate. If you can think like a casting director, then you already don't need to worry about being a voice actor. You can get any gig you want to. But yeah, thinking like one, it feels like it would be kind of a mess, and my brain's already enough of a mess if you couldn't tell. So it would be very hard to manage all of that.
The tangent aside, do we know the order of people?
Yes, of course, I know the order of people. It starts with Cheyenne.
Well, fucking post it then.
Okay, if you're going to be rude about it, sure, I will. In the meantime, while I'm posting it, Cheyenne, go ahead and give us a read.
Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life. For breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory, sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Okay, opening it up. What did you all think?
Uh,
I think that first what was a little disconnected. So I would just like tighten that up. It like that. Let's see. Hold up. Like that. What is more of a? It's a surprised what. But I think you
Mhm.
just like paused just a little too much, where it kind of changed the meaning of it for me.
Mm.
But yeah, that's all I noticed.
I agree
you.
with that. I have two notes. One, maybe it's just me. Maybe sometimes I should wait for the second take, but I will say it regardless. Uh, I think that towards the second paragraph, you picked up the pace. Maybe not even the entire second paragraph. Maybe just towards the end lines. It was a little too fast. Not too much, just a little bit. And I feel like there was too much sparkles, and by that I mean, um, like
Mateoism?
It's a very sparkly read.
Pretty sure that's my voice print.
I don't know. It wasn't just the voice. I get the want to sell the adjectives, the buttery, crispy, and etc. But maybe you went too hard on them. Maybe.
Okay.
But again, I need a second take.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
All right, whenever you're ready, let's hear it again.
All right. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life. For breakfast, with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory, sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Okay, opening it up.
Okay, it's the what for me. Okay, I know what you did with the what that I didn't like. It was like like you're talking, but then they stopped you is kind of the what you're portraying. Like what? Like, and I think this what is more of like what, you sure you want to do this? Like more like hold up, like kind of tonality. But yeah.
So it's more like a what? Or like a what?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Like
Like,
a
yeah, because I think you naturally like went up on the what rather than down.
so land it down.
I think so. Michael's looking kind of weird, like maybe not. I don't know.
They'll be like, hold up, stop.
I'm just
Maybe
listening.
I'm
What?
wrong. I don't know.
So, well, the one thing that I was going to point out was the hold up stop. You put like a large break in between the two of those, and you're really just trying to stop someone from doing something. Hold up, stop. It needs to be a little bit more casual
Okay, yeah.
because you're directly interacting with the person on screen right now. So, even though we are approaching this like voice under, where we want to make sure that everybody's attention's on screen, you're still interacting with the other person. So you're still in the scene. So hold up, stop. I want to see you put your hand out and actually like stop them.
Okay.
And then take a little bit of time for them to be like, they're about to bite into it and be like, they look at you kind of funky and you're like, what? Are you sure you want to do this? Like it's obvious to you, but not to them.
Okay.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay. Action
Another
word.
thing, for the or this, because both Justin said this too in the chat, but the or this kind of they both sounded very similar. So I would like try when you're doing that whole section, try to actually picture different
Mhm.
images of like different kinds of gross, nasty breakfast that you don't want to eat and stuff. And you can take your time with that. They're obviously going to break that up anyway. So you don't have to like speed through it too fast.
True. Yeah, it says picture food on my notes. You picture them
There you
harder.
go. Yeah. Yeah. Picture it all
Or
looking
picture
disgusting.
nastier food. I don't know. like show that tonality like in emotion, like or this.
Like, what's your
Like,
least favorite
gross.
food, Cheyenne? What is your least favorite food?
Kimchi.
Okay, imagine all sorts of kimchi just like in arranged in ways that would ruin foods you love.
Kimchi cereal. I mean, even I
somebody
draw the
takes
line
just
at
like
kimchi.
a
I
bowl
like
of
kimchi,
cereal,
but I won't eat kimchi with my
right on
Fruit
top
Loops.
of it.
All right. All right. All right. One more then.
Absolutely, one more.
Okay. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life. For breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory, sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Yeah, I was feeling that one. I was definitely feeling that one.
Cute.
Opening it
Well,
up.
that
What did you all
what? No, I'm just joking.
No.
think?
No, it was
Hold
good
up,
this time. I
stop.
really no, I dug it. I was
Yeah, and-
vibing.
Yeah, Mateo's having his own little rave over there over the whole thing. So
I think the kimchi Fruit Loops really helps.
Yeah, good. 'Cause that is gross. You're right.
oh man, yeah, no, that's quite disgusting. But that aside, this read sounded like you were seeing what was going on more, like you had a better, clearer idea of what you were doing and what was happening. I should have been paying closer attention. Did you raise up your hand a little bit? I should have seen from the shoulder movements or anything like that when you said hold up, stop. Did you do any,
Yeah.
any
Well,
physical
I did,
activity?
like-
Okay, good.
In front of me.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Because yeah, you want to add your body into it. Again,
Mhm.
much like gets reposted over and over again on Twitter, voice actors are actors. You need to be willing to use your body and to actually get into it and perform as well. And this particular performance came off great. Really, really solid. Really solid. I saw the scene, I saw what you were looking at, and you really delivered it well.
Thank you.
So, way to go. All right, moving right along. Brett,
Oh,
you are
sweet.
up.
Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Okay, opening it up. What did you all think?
I thought that was a great first read. Maybe just a little differentiating on the savory and sweet, but like that's just like nitpicking.
I also have a single nitpick, that being that at the start, maybe it was a little too fast, but about all the rest, to me, it was great.
I have to say, Brett, just to inflate your ego a little bit here.
Oh
no,
don't do
That was your best first read after cold reads that you've done to date.
Oh.
Like that was really, really solid. Yeah, tone, control the speed a little bit at the very beginning.
Okay.
And don't linger too much on the descriptive words at the bottom. Just let them speak for themselves.
Okay,
Go ahead, give us another read.
cool. Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. or this, or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory, sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Okay, opening it up. What did you all think of that one?
Again, I really liked it. Or this sounded a little bit more similar this take. And then maybe could you smile when you're describing the sweet, savory, crispy food?
Yep, I can.
Then will you?
Maybe. We'll
Okay.
see.
Because there's a big difference.
Yep, I know.
Can you bring that to me? I can.
I can. You betcha.
Apple my ball.
There we go. I love what Sam said. Give
Yep.
us some cheer. CHYR. All right. Any other notes? Any other feedback? Anything? Okay. Brighten up that last little bit at the end,
Okay.
and again, keep a little bit more control over your speed at the very beginning. Just a little bit more.
Okay. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast. I kind of forgot to smile, but you clapped. It's too late.
I thought
know, I
it
was
was
looking.
psyching
violation.
himself up. It was
Maybe
like,
I just naturally
did it.
smiled. I don't know.
Yes.
Violation.
Like
I
a
think it
smile
was
from
good.
this angle.
I think it worked.
Okay.
Again,
cool.
you were only- it
That's
was
all
only
that
just-
matters.
It's only just a little bit off. All you need to do is do just some tiny little tweaks, and
Yeah.
you were like right there. Again, your first take was pretty much
Yeah.
Take off.
right where we wanted
Yeah.
you to be. It was almost bang on right where we wanted you to be. Just some minor tweaks, and you absolutely did it.
Yeah, we
So-
are nitpicking. Like it's
Yeah, seriously. This, I don't know what happened this time around, but you really, really sold that scene very well.
Sweet.
Like really did it.
normally is already pretty good.
Yeah, but it's
I
just
hope that was cheerful enough for you.
Shut up. I bring you up and you put yourself down. Like, shut up.
Well, Mateo, don't do the same for your own performance because it's your turn now.
It is?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
No pressure.
Fuck. Give me a sec.
Let it out, man. Just let it out.
No, it's just
Let
because
it out.
I read Old Up and I came the fucking guard from Skyrim or Oblivion. Stop! You violated the law. Sorry. Now I have to psych myself out. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up breakfast.
Okay, opening it up. What did you all think?
So I would like to hear, it sounded in the bottom paragraph, it definitely sounded like you were reading.
Mhm.
So maybe try to add some more emotion to the descriptive words. And then smile when you're reading Now at McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of similar. It sounded like you lost thunder. Like once you were done with
Yes,
the first
because
half.
I got my hairs in the way and I had to scroll. And
I saw
funny,
that.
funny thing, my wheel doesn't fucking work and it's connected to the volume. So I had to manually take my fucking mouse and go to the bar.
Hey Mateo,
man,
Mateo,
life is-
are you going to have to break your own legs for breaking the Coolio Rulios?
You know,
Wait.
there was no
Wait.
Coolio Rulio violation.
I have to say.
One limb breaking Coolio Rulios that you didn't actually break. All right, but yeah,
But I heard
that's
him
all
making
I was gonna say. Is
excuses
just
for him
I
doing
could
worse
hear-
in his performance.
Look at
That's
him.
what I heard.
Now that he has to reprimand me, he shows himself.
Well, I mean, we did have that whole long conversation on the Discord about that. But anyway, let's get back to this. Control your hair, Mateo, so it doesn't get in your way and you
Put it
don't
in a
lose your
ponytail,
spot.
man. I know you think you look cool, but it messes up your performance.
I'm just too lazy to tie them in a knot.
You have headphones. You can easily behind the headphones.
It
It's a
doesn't
style
look
thing,
edgy,
man.
though.
Look, we know we know you're a goth. Come on, we need more smiling and we need you to control the hair.
There we go.
There we
It's
go.
done.
There we go. Well put together, Mateo. Anyway, give us another read. Go for it.
Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up breakfast.
Okay. So you did this both times, so I'm going to point it out. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared. Give yourself a little bit of a break, a little pause.
Okay.
Anything else from anyone else?
I mean, there was just a little flub on the first breakfast, and you did that on the first read too, I think. But when you flub, just go back to at least like where the comma is or the full sentence, and read it. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Just so they have a clear line that they can use, if they're gonna cut stuff up.
Sure.
I feel
yeah,
like
just-
Go ahead.
There was definitely more thunder in that second paragraph. But I
Less
would
hair.
still, like Cheyenne says, bring that smile up a little bit more.
Yeah, I was
Fight
about
that
to say,
goth
I felt.
urge. Fight that
Sorry,
Robert
Brendan.
Smith. Fight the Robert Smith inside you.
I pretend
You've
I
been
remember
dripping,
who
Brendan.
that is.
Sorry.
Okay, Barry, now it's your turn. Go for it.
No, I was just going to say it felt like you're giving the bare minimum amount of passion that you can get away with. So it's like the exact bare minimum. Like,
It's just that I don't know. I can't do this.
You can do it. We believe.
No,
in you.
I can't comment because I will break the rule.
Oh,
That's good self-policing there.
yeah,
But,
good job, good
so,
job.
Okay. Be more personally invested. Be more enthusiastic about it. Like, this is good stuff.
But it's not.
No, you love McDonald's right now.
Actually,
Yes.
no. Like my friends call me Yankee because I hate burgers. Like when we were on vacation, it was basically 2 burgers every day. So I shouldn't be speaking, but yeah.
Picture
So
burgers
actually,
that-
I should be personally invested.
Okay. So then, so
I should care, but I
What-
don't.
what is your
I
favorite
don't
breakfast?
fucking care.
If you were going to have like the perfect breakfast, what is it? Like, if you're going to
Good
tell somebody
breakfast.
this is the breakfast, what is it?
Yeah,
He's like, I'm gonna go to
What I
Wendy's.
mentioned before was like ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese? Okay, that's what you're describing. You're just using different words.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hold up. Stop. What? You sure? Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared butter. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up breakfast.
All
I
right.
like that read. Except you lost thunder on wake up breakfast, but a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting better for sure.
But
It's
that was a solid read. I loved it.
I just want to add, whenever you do a pickup, make sure you keep the same energy, because you would come on strong and then you'd fumble and then you'd pick up and you would be at half the amount of energy that you were at.
Yeah, that's just me containing the anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
it's
all
so
of
true.
us.
That's
That's
so
all
true.
of us. We just gotta
It's so
pretend we don't
true.
feel that anger.
Yeah, we all want to be one-hit wonders. Yep.
Well, there's an easy way to do that, and that is to just not feel the anger. Just don't get angry about it.
Well, don't tell Bruce
Not
Banner
toxic
that.
at all.
Lol, just
Yeah.
don't get angry.
Like he's
No.
angry all the time.
Michael, stop being
I'm
toxic.
always angry.
Well, no. Again, so we've gone over this before. I mean, there are editors for a reason. It's a main part of the industry for a reason. So, I actually have a funny Hulk smash story that I could tell you if you want to hear it. But for the most part, it's okay. Messing up is completely it's expected in the time that you are hired to do, for the time that's usually allotted to pay for studio time. It always includes quite a bit extra, specifically because there's going to be retakes. There's going to be creative decisions made along the way. The script is literally probably going to be rewritten as you're reading it. That has happened before. It's happened to me before. So, I mean, mess ups are completely expected, and getting angry over it really is a waste of your energy, because nobody is going to expect you to be perfect. Nobody. And it's not about being perfect. It's just getting the delivery out. That being said, Mateo, I want you to give me an ABC on the very first two lines. So, hold up, stop. What?
Oh, okay.
So that what isn't just a question. It's not like, what? It's more like, what? You know, you're reacting to the person on screen. Like they're looking at you like you just grew a second head.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to hear. Give me 3 takes of just that.
You want me hold up, stop what, Giusto?
Just that. Yep.
Why did I slip in Italian? Giusto? Whatever.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that you're Italian, so.
Okay. Hold up, stop. What? Hold up, stop. What? Hold up, stop. What?
Yeah, A and C. That's what I was looking for. Hold up, stop.
Okay.
What?
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 What
Again.
the fuck you looking at?
What's wrong with your face, huh? Maybe I'll pull up my giant serrated axe and rearrange it for you.
You with the face and the eyes and the mouth. Look at me.
Yeah, no, it was A and C. That's what I was more looking for. Because again, it's like, you know, hold up, stop, and then, you know, you should take a bite and they're looking at you like, what are you doing to me? Like, what?
I kind of like it if you try to insert it like, are you serious? I think that's kind of the energy that you need to like, really? Are you serious?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, why so serious?
Why so serious?
Read it that way. Put your hair down. Bring your hair back down. I want a different read.
I don't have a knife,
We're gonna do this
otherwise.
after.
Yeah,
After
All right,
everybody
we'll do it
knows.
after. We'll do it after. Moving right
Daddy
along.
took me to McDonald's and said, "Why so sick?"
All right. Justin, you are up.
Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
All right, opening it up. What did you all think of that one?
I really like the "it's time to change your life." I just think that you lost the energy going into the next line. But I really liked how you led with that.
I liked that whole second part. It's time to change your life to the end. Like I had no quarrels with it personally. But the or this sounded the same for me. So I would just maybe it helps just picturing different items each time. And maybe that'll make you say it a different way each time.
Or different angles of the one disgusting item that you really hate?
That too. That might work too.
I've been
Spaghetti
writing
and
down,
kimchi.
I've been writing down the foods next to each line.
Okay, so I think I hear what Brett is trying to go for, and it's that you got really quiet during all of that.
Mhm.
Like you started off pretty strong, and then you got like this, nope, or this. Like you got really quiet, and
Okay.
we'd like to hear you be a little bit more expressive about how gross and disgusting you think these other things are.
Yeah.
So let's hear that disgust. I think everything else worked out really well. Just let's hear more of the disgust in the middle. Whenever you're
You're
ready.
almost like rubbing it in about how bad it is. They're like, oh God.
If I can add my 2 cents.
No, I'm just kidding. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I will go anyway. You phased way too quickly at the start. I almost didn't hear the "hold up, stop." Same for the next 2 lines, to me at least. For the rest, I second what all the others said. So a little slower on the start.
Okay. I will channel what I've been doing in those feedback wanted things where apparently I read it way too slow, and and I will channel that here. All right. Hold up, stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this? Nope. Or this? Or this? Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Ooh, I like that last tagline. That was slick. I like that.
Anybody else? Ugh. Excuse me. Thoughts, ideas, concepts, dad jokes.
Yeah, that was a really solid read. I mean, I'm still not feeling that disgust energy. I feel the disgust, but I also want to feel the energy with it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to portray this. Michael, help me.
I think
Okay,
it's
let me
almost
just
like,
read
it-
your
'cause
mind
it-
and perfectly
gets
get
quiet.
inside
no,
of
no.
your
I think
thoughts.
I
It
think
gets
I
too
think I
quiet.
get it, Brett. I think
Okay.
it's like it's
Okay,
like
then Barry,
you
help me. You're the leader
Yeah.
now.
Okay, awesome. No. Okay. So I think I'm interpreting it as it's like you just went to like a what you would call like a 1-star Yelp review, and you're like you want to tell people because you're like pissed off about it. You're like kind of like mad about it, and you're like, or this, like what the fuck is this? Like what?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like what is this?
Yeah, try that. I
Oh.
like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Evoke the energy of the meme. What are those?
so there is a technique that can be used for something like this, and that is to add in curse words where they would make sense based on the idea that you want your listener to feel. So you'd add in F-bombs where it would make sense to sound disgusted, like effing this, or just
Fuck
you can,
this.
yeah. So like you would add those in because they naturally add this different kind of emphasis to the way you say something, and then you read through it to yourself, or record it. I don't know. Maybe you really want to shock the people you're auditioning for. I mean, that's
Yeah, like fucking John Bailey said.
exactly. Maybe you really want to catch their
Maybe you wanna
attention.
do that. Or this shit.
But
Dude, it's unique. No
F-bombs,
one's-
whatever.
I'd
Just
love that.
add in the profanities wherever you feel they're going to make the most sense to emphasize what it is you're going for. Read it through that way, get into that attitude, and then take them out. And you should still have that same kind of emphasis that we're looking for.
So it's okay if I say them.
Sure, go for it. We've
Or-
already
or
crossed
just
the
see
line
it as like a
earlier. So
pre-life. Yeah, just see it as like pre-life, basically. You're just trying to get yourself.
yeah, we want to
in
get
there.
the feeling across of these foods being disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. 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 It's fucking wrong anyway. Yeah. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this shit. Fucking nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Go ahead and tell me that I'm wrong, that didn't add the kinds of emotion we were looking for.
Yeah, well, of course it did. I really liked the wow. I wasn't a big fan of the previous wows, but this one was
Wow.
wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
This one you could see was pretty based.
Jesus Christ.
There it is again. Okay. Anyway, beyond that, now I would say like that is the kinds of emotional space we want you to get into. And again, much like John Bailey said, just go for it. You send something out. More important than anything else is being memorable than being right exact. And I think if you really wanted to play it safe, though, take that same feeling and the same thoughts and an emphasis that you had, and then just come back to it without the curse words, and it should be right on the money. It should be perfect.
Well, if I were to submit this, I can just edit that part out. Or are you saying that wouldn't work because there's not enough space between?
You see, the thing is if you start removing words from the middle of what you're saying, it's going to sound like you've removed words from the middle of what you're saying. So the whole idea is just to get that feeling, that concept deep into your mind, and then just redeliver it with that same emphasis. And so if you wanted to try that, go ahead and give us one more read.
Like you're doing practice takes, and then you're going to take it out the next time, and you'll remember what it felt like. You're trying to teach yourself what it.
In fact, let's go ahead and do this. We've got a good take out of you from that one. So don't change anything except remove those words, stick more to the script, but the same idea is what we want to have.
One last take. Okay. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was it.
satisfied with that. That's a good one.
Yeah, you're
love
very
it.
close. I would just be careful if you're immediately going to run back a take. Try not to fall into the habit of speeding up, because like we all kind of do that where we're just like, shoot, let me just like do it. Come on. You don't have to rush yourself to try to. That's like probably a pretty bad habit. We all kind of.
You guys like to know what I wrote down for the foods?
Yeah, actually.
That's fascinating. Sure.
So I wrote in the order of the script: a kimchi smoothie, a half-eaten muffin, a cold sweet and sour soup, a soggy Subway sandwich,
Oh, that's a
And,
good one.
and
I like the alliteration.
a hotel granola bar.
That's so good.
Wow,
No,
that's
hang on.
real.
Here's the thing. Was the half-eaten muffin, was the first half eaten by you or a total stranger? Makes a big difference.
I'll say it's by me. It's by
Oh,
me.
okay. Well, then-
But left out.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
for a few hours.
No,
So it's like-
I
it's like
imagined
rock
it was-
hard
Out
and dry.
crunchy at this point.
No. I imagined it was like in the container unopened, but somehow a half is just missing. You're just like, what happened? Wow.
It was
Like, how?
packaged and half eaten.
It's like,
Oh man.
what?
During the chain of command, one just grabbed one.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, hey, you guys can just wrap it up real quick, right? It'll look like nobody did it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The assembly line workers gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta eat.
seriously.
The guys that package the food, they gotta eat, but they can't take breaks. It's probably
Okay,
Amazon
all right,
factory.
Right.
Guys, improv is
All right.
next week.
Yes.
Fun.
No, improv is Friday. It's this Friday.
Improv is
Oh,
every
okay.
day, guys.
Okay, yes,
It's every
improv is
day.
every day, but improv night specifically is Friday.
Come to Denver. It's on Thursday nights.
Well, let's go ahead and move it right along, shall we? Sam, you are up.
Yay. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Ooh. Or this. Ugh. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
All right, handing it off. What did you all think?
That was a great first read. I loved that. My only thing is you sped up in that second half a little too much for me, but like I loved how you took the like this, nope, or this, like adding those little sound effects in and stuff. Like that was solid. Yeah, so I don't have any other notes other than the speed thing and the second thing.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe slow down a little on the end part. I also liked it overall. I'm wondering if you would try like turning your head when you say there's no turning back. And then maybe a little bit more emotion on the descriptive words in the bottom paragraph, or maybe a little bit of a smile.
Right? I had a smile. I was just, my heart was beating too fast and it wanted to go fast.
It was zooming.
Wow.
It's never time to.
You got that Owen
fast.
Wilson Lightning McQueen in you with that wow. Ciao.
All right. Take a breath. Calm down. Relax.
Yeah. No, the
Watch a
last thing
couple
I
seconds
wanted-
of your favorite ASMR video and just let the calmness wash over you. and then
Cats will get
approach
the
this
job
with
done.
some fun and disgust whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, I just wanted to say last little bit about, I think the lead into the second half like screwed you up. I think you wouldn't like, it's time to change
Yeah,
your life
I
for
did
breakfast,"
change
and
that
it
up
was like
speci-
really weird.
I
So,
I
like,
did change that up because I brought it up before, and I was like, yeah, I'll see how it goes, see what everybody thinks. I might have gone a little too fast for it to be recognized.
Well, let's hear it now.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast. Like this. Nope. Or this. Or this. Ugh. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared, buttery, crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
Okay, opening it up. What did you all think?
I liked it. I thought that was really good. If I'm nitpicking, maybe a little bit more lift and frame on the company McDonald's name. Make sure everybody hears that. It's not just a regular part of the sentence, but otherwise, I really liked it.
I stand by the "it's time" because I like it. So good job.
I'm a rebel. I got to do something different.
Hey, whatever works for you, right?
You're a whole
No, I
man,
just,
son.
I'm so picky about grammar. It's like that just, it just sounded better to me. I don't know why.
Look. Hey, here's the thing. If you can make it sound normal and natural, do it, because that's part of your brand. That's the way you do it. And if you do that versus if I don't know, I try it, it's going to sound probably completely wrong if I do it. So it's just another thing that's going to make your delivery you. So yeah, I didn't have anything to say about it. Clearly, it didn't stick out of my mind as anything bad. So there we go.
If you want to
Take
know
that
where
for what it's worth.
if you want to know where I got the idea from, I watched too much UFC. So it's time, like Bruce
Yeah.
Buffer.
Yeah.
That's what gave me the idea. It's like,
I think
it's
what
time
threw-
for the main event, you know?
Yeah, I think what threw me off is that it felt like you changed the style of read a little bit too much. So it felt like almost like a little whiplashy for me personally, but maybe that's because I'm like listening for it. So
So yeah, a fun fact about that. I had a friend who was going through game design, and he was working on a project with some friends of his, and one of his friends was doing the play testing for it, and this was supposed to be it was supposed to be a platformer game that was slightly on the harder side, not too terrible, but definitely going to be a little bit more of a challenge. No Kaizo Mario level platforming, just difficult platforming. The thing is this guy played these levels over and over again and tweaked them so much that only he could ever possibly complete them because he understood and felt the game, so much more in depth than anybody else ever would. So for anybody else, it was impossible. Just getting past the first couple of jumps was impossible. So there is the lesson to be taken from that is, yes, if you are looking for something specific, then it's going to keep sticking out to you, and to you it's going to be more and more and more obvious and more clear, but to other people it won't. Again, take that how you take this for whatever you will. I think what you did was fine. It worked out perfectly well.
Okay.
But yeah, and I think listening for something specific is going to cause us to really find those things.
yeah, I think that's more a lesson of, if you're trying so hard to appease every single person giving you critiques and it pushes you to perform outside of your comfort zone, then you're going to make it worse at the end of the day, because like that's not the way you wanted to read it, because you were so fixated on reading it the way other people wanted you to read it that you won't be able to deliver it properly because it's not like natural to you. So maybe it's like you don't want to get in your own head about it.
Well, no, you definitely don't. But ultimately, as voice actors, we are service providers. We're here to provide the service of bringing whatever the client script is to life, to give it some extra kick that it needs, or really communicate the idea behind the script. So ultimately, yes, we are trying to achieve something that somebody else is listening for. But if you don't make your own solid decisions during your auditioning process, then yeah, you're going about it the wrong way. The whole point of the mic check isn't supposed to be to give you like a line read and make you specifically do these things. It's supposed to help you feel more comfortable with taking direction, with looking at a script and trying to figure out specifically what's going on with it so you can communicate that. And I think, with the decisions that you made, you did fine. I'm not going to have you retake it. So, but it's ultimately, yes, we are trying to sort of get our deliveries in line with what somebody else is thinking, but we don't want to be pandering too much. We don't want to give up all of our decision-making capabilities to someone else.
And I think, people have different ways of getting to the same answer, right? So sometimes it's like you just let the other person do it and they're like, oh, I didn't even know you can do it that way. Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Like, you just need to tell someone to do something different and say, hey, I didn't necessarily like this. Try something else. You're like, okay, yeah, no, you figured something out.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's one of the beauties and difficulties of voice acting is it's all in the ear of the listener. You are not the ultimate arbiter of what's perfect. And believe me, you wouldn't want to be. Nothing ever would be. As a creative person, it's never perfect. But anyway, any other notes? Anything else for Sam? No, I think that delivery is great. So
It was
Right.
good.
time to put myself on the chopping block. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Ugh, nope. Or this. Or this. Ah, wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
That was great. I feel like the benefit of going last is getting all of the feedback from the previous people.
I mean, it certainly helps. But there's got to
good
be
job.
something.
Oh no, yeah, it sucked. So we're definitely doing this now. No, okay.
Well, clearly, you just have to tell me exactly how so I can try to fix it.
Tell me how you feel, Matt.
With the axe, please.
With the axe.
I got
Um,
nothing, but I thought when I heard you start, I thought I heard like a New York accent, like at first, but
Oh,
it went
no.
away. Like
Okay.
It's
it
fine.
didn't.
Most
So,
of
like,
works like
That's my only note. Do
Yeah.
a New York accent. Let's hear it.
Let's
It's
hear
not- it's
the New
fine.
York
it's
accent.
fine. Like most commercial
boy.
works are in
Since
New York
I can't think of
anyway.
anything performance wise, unless anybody else.
I think that on the end parts now it's my time to use this. On the end parts, I want to hear more. I want to hear that. Yeah, that is the right vocabulary. Hear more of a smile.
Hear more of a smile at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for the rest, I think it was pretty good.
Okay. Should I do that in my standard neutral accent or in my poor facsimile of a New York accent?
I mean, seeing that this is already pretty solid, we could actually attempt the accent, to be honest.
Southern.
Oh, no.
Sam wants Southern.
Sam
What kind of
wants
Southern? Gentile, like Gentile Southern or country Southern?
Billy Bob Thornton Southern. Let's hear it.
I want them French fried potatoes.
Oh, jeez. Man, now hang on a minute. Hold up. Stop.
Oh my god. I love it.
Um,
Can I ask you to sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin, please?
you can.
Yes, callback.
Should I? Maybe.
I don't know. Should you?
Give me a hell yeah.
I'm sorry. I have no idea. I cannot recall what he sounds like. So there's
That's
nothing
been
I
too
can do
long
about
for
that.
me.
It really
What?
has.
Yeah.
What?
Candy ass.
What?
God.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mateo, you do
Um,
it.
One request.
I'm
The
not
Italian
Texan one.
Steve Austin.
Exactly.
Hang on, guys. Justin had something to say.
I just have one small request. I like to hear more admonishment in that last line. I just felt you were a little safe with that choice.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Well, let's give it a go. Hold up. Stop. What? You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Oh, or this. Wow. It's time to change your life for breakfast with freshly prepared buttery crispy chicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now McDonald's nationwide. Wake up, breakfast.
I think that was like just peppy enough without going overboard.
Was just peppy enough.
Yeah.
Based on what you guys
Sam,
were
he
talking
did the
about,
thing.
not the read I was expecting. Because I didn't see the script yet. I'm like, Stone Cold Steve Austin. What the hell does that have to do with McDonald's?
Didn't he do any
That's a
commercials
neat
for
thing. It
McDonald's? It
doesn't.
could be a thing.
A lot, apparently.
But you did the thing, Mike. You went this time.
It's time
It's
to
time.
change your life.
And it worked, so it's good.
Won't change your life this time, He-Man.
Yeah, till we meet again. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Wow, Luigi.
So that hit all of the notes, what you guys were looking for
Yeah.
that read.
I think it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay. Cool.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Half clap.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and so this is technically the end of our main list. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call the recorded portion of the mic check early, but don't leave. That doesn't mean we're done. If you want to stick around, you want to do some extra reads, you're more than welcome to. This is the time for fun reads and for extra takes for people who weren't able to join us initially. So right here, I'll say thank you very much. And I'll see you all who were watching us before. You in the Discord can keep watching too next time. Take it easy, everybody.
See?